They got an active shooter at the Young building. I think they've got him detained. I can't put on the county yet. 450.
1518.
Yeah, I think it's the new housing unit that's on the other side of East Main. Simple. Super.
Go ahead.
I heard they had 2 victims. They were attempting to evacuate from the transport.
10-4. The other 37's public service. Whenever you get on scene and figure out who's working what, I've got a name and number for a mother out of state who received a call from one of her sons who is allegedly one of the victims.
The Franklin County Coroner's Office has identified the Kentucky State University student who died. According to the Coroner's Office, a post-mortem examination at the hospital revealed that Fox Jr. succumbed to his injuries. The Coroner's Office says that an autopsy was performed on Wednesday morning, but final results will be available in 14 to 16 weeks. The incident remains under investigation by the Coroner's Office and the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Jacob Lee Bard was arrested. His citation states that he was involved in a physical altercation on the Kentucky State University campus. One victim was pronounced dead at the scene, while another was taken to UK Hospital in critical condition. There is a post on Facebook that gives us a little more insight. Just got a disturbing call from my oldest daughter in duress. A parent walked in a dorm close to hers at Kentucky State University. She said it ain't look as if the kid made it. Frankfort Police have confirmed that Jacob Lee Bard of Evansville, Indiana, has been charged and is booked in the Franklin County Regional Jail. KSU has also announced that classes, final exams, and activities are canceled for the remainder of the week. Students are permitted to return home if they choose to do so. Counseling services are also available to students. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
You just heard Frankfort Police dispatch audio from the moments after 2 students were shot on the campus of Kentucky State University today. Thank you for joining us at 11 on WKYT and streaming on WKYT+. I'm Amber Philpott. Bill has the night off. The shooting happened around 3 this afternoon on Kentucky State University's campus in Frankfort. Around 4:30, we learned that one of the students died from their injuries. And tonight, we found out that the suspect was not a student. Police identified him as 48-year-old Jacob Bard from Evansville, Indiana. Bard was charged with murder and assault. He's being held without bond in the Franklin County Jail. That shooting happened on the south side of campus near the Whitney M. Young Jr. Hall. WKYT's Jackson Plank has been on scene for us all evening talking to students and officials. Jackson, what can you tell us tonight?
Amber, the Kentucky State University community tries to make sense of today's events where one student is dead and another student is critically injured. Now, right behind me, police held a press conference earlier tonight where investigators provided new details on how the shooting unfolded.
Our thoughts are with them, their families, and the entire Kentucky State University community, as well as the Frankfort community, as they navigate this difficult moment.
The shooting happened on the south end of campus near Young Hall around 3 Tuesday afternoon. Frankfort police say the suspect, Jacob Lee Bard, shot 2 KSU students. Investigators say Bard is not a student at the university.
We was in the car, we heard fire, 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 fire. That's all we hear. Like, that's it.
The ordeal played out as students were going to class. 2 students say they ran to safety, uncertain of where the gunfire was coming from.
Next thing we know, police got here fast. They don't play.
At the same time, another student says he was relaxing in his dorm when he heard people screaming. Andrew Kendrick said he witnessed the aftermath.
I was in the lobby and saw some dude laying on the lobby floor. People like taking care of him. They carried him out eventually to an ambulance. Then we saw paramedics giving CPR to the kid who died with.
Hours later, Kentucky State's president called the act of violence senseless and saying students need grace.
We're mourning the loss of one of our students. As a parent, I cannot imagine receiving the call I placed today.
Kentucky State University has canceled classes for the rest of the fall semester in light of today's tragedy. Live in Frankfort, Jackson Plank, WKYT.
Jackson, thank you. And Governor Andy Beshear sharing a message to students at KSU and their families. Take a listen.
Please pray. Pray for those that have been injured. Please pray for these Kentucky State University students that, again, might be rightfully scared. Pray for a world where these things don't happen. And I'll keep trying to build the Kentucky that we don't see arguments ended in violence.
Frankfort Mayor Lane Wilkerson also put out a statement calling the shooting heartbreaking. He said an important part of Frankfort, and he said it is an important part of Frankfort and KSU, and he'll continue supporting the students as they navigate this tragedy. We also talked to a local community activist about the shooting. She called it unacceptable.
So we've got to get this under control. We've got to figure out what's going on.
That was Christy Poe. She says she's the president of Focus on Race Relations. Poe said today's shooting shows that violence can happen anywhere and says it needs to be addressed.
This is not just something that happened at Kentucky State University. This is something that happened in our community. This is a community issue. This is community violence.
Well, this shooting at Kentucky State University today is the second in nearly 4 months. Another shooting happened in the early morning hours of August 17th. WKYT's Madison Carmouche is joining me now in studio with more on that case. Madison.
Amber, Frankfort police say around 2:30 that Sunday morning, someone opened fire from a car on people walking near Young Hall. That shooting left one person seriously injured. Another person was treated for minor injuries. We are told the two victims were not KSU students and were on campus visiting friends when the shooting happened. During that incident, Young Hall and another car were damaged by gunfire. Tonight, we are talking to the mother of one of those victims, Nikita Ritas, getting her reaction after learning of another shooting near the same place her son Marquise was shot in August. She says her son was on campus with friends when he was shot in the left eye and later lost his eye as a result. She says her entire family is still dealing with the trauma from that shooting. And we asked her what she thought about today's shooting, and she says she is concerned about students' safety on KSU's campus and tells us she hasn't heard from police for months about where the case stands involving her son's alleged shooter.
Me as a parent, as a family member, we're tired. Enough is enough.
The victim and the father who was arrested is from the same state of Indianapolis. There is speculation that this might have been related to problems between Kentucky State University and a rival college baseball team that the suspect's son attend and play sports for.
Not my ex trying to get in my house. I watched this in HD with popcorn. This doorbell cam catches everything with motion alerts, night vision, and clairvoyance. Probably, it's the season to protect your peace and your porch. Scan the QR code or click the link to get your MyQ video doorbell today before this sale ends.